this K4PW net control is the frequency in use? Yeah, I didn't think so. I've been listening for a long time. This is net number 1,225. I think it is. But if there's emergency traffic, please just dial 911. If you can't do that, tell us, and we'll do it for you. Just tell us where you are. I just want to note my son, my oldest son, Michael, he's in Central Florida. It's the first time I think he was made aware of the net, and so I think he's watching right now. Let's see, for information on the net, you can go to YouTube right now and put in my call, K4PW, and see my analog meter there of signal strength, etc. That you'll be able to see of your signals as well as others. You'll also be able to hear stations you might otherwise hear. You can also go to 146415.net for information on Simplex. You can go to groups.io and see our net schedule as well as information all about our organization. It's a club, but it's got no dues, no meetings. We don't own anything. It's kind of neat. And you can put MJSS in the search block on groups.io. Or you can send me an email at k4pew@arrl.net. And net meets every Wednesday and Saturday night at 8 p.m. as we've done for, I don't know, it'll be 11 years in September, so it's August, September, July. Oh, yeah, it's only 2 months away. About the 20th or so. We'll have to have a big party, 11 years. The net and as we're conducting that as always here, we start on 146.415 FM, and we move over to tonight. We're moving over to 144.240 upper sideband, and then we'll be going to. Hold on one second. I don't know who's calling me. Hold on one second. No, I can't take that. I'm gonna miss it. There you go. Yeah. What?
You're not on air.
Not on the air?
No. You're live on YouTube, but you're not on air.
Well, isn't that a fine kettle of fish? Yeah, I had it on the wrong antenna. Ain't that a son of a gun? Okay, I'm sorry about that, guys. You can hear me here, but we're not on the YouTube. Yeah. You can hear me on YouTube, but you can't hear me on the air. So you guys could see the pictures, but that was about it. All right, we're going to just leave it at that. We started out here with a really bad start here. I forgot to change. I was on the D-Star net and forgot to move it over. All right, well, so much for that. Another goof by me. I'm losing it here. Let's see. Net number. You could have just texted me. Did you try to text me, Michael? I don't know where Michael went.
Hear me?
I'm sorry. I also had the volume down on my radio. Still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, very good. Well, we got off to a rough start there. So I'm glad this isn't a regular TV show. We lose all our sponsors. Alrighty, where was I? Oh, yes, we'll just jump right in. The purpose of our net is to support ham radio operators in Simplex in Middle Tennessee. And we invite everyone to announce amateur radio events. Of course, the biggest one is the Ham Quest. And that's on next Saturday, Wilson County Fairgrounds, July 19th. It's only $5 to get in, and it's been that way for 10 years. So you're actually getting in with inflation for about $1. So if you can't afford $5, you need not show up. Now, you really ought to go, because Ham Fests are always fun, and we get to see everybody and meet everybody we talk to on the air. That's the biggest announcement. And Sunday night, of course, we have the 10-meter net. I say we. Michael does it almost every Sunday night at 7. Michael, did you change it to 8 o'clock yet?
No, I'm gonna announce it tomorrow night.
Okay, so belay my last. Forget anything about a change in time. 7:30 p.m. tomorrow night. At 7:30 p.m., 28.415 is where he starts, and then he'll direct you to the other two modes, which is 10 meters FM and then 10 meters on C4 FM. Probably the only one in the whole universe that does that on the tri mode. Not trying, but a tri mode 10 meter net. Is there any other announcements that we need to be aware of? Yeah, we need to do. I need a new station engineer, that's for sure. I feel bad about dropping out that first minute or two. All right. Well, then we'll start right in on anything else, unless somebody has something we need to be talking about. We did have some good DMR net with 7. We had D-Star 4 monstrous 4. How many do we have on C4 FM, Michael?
We had 11.
Oh, that's awesome. You actually met the other two combined, 7 and 4, so you did great. Anyway, that's terrific. Glad to hear it. I'm glad it's doing a good job on C4 FM. It's amazing to me because D-Star and DMR, well, D-Star's been around a lot longer, but no way on how much on Simplex. And then DMR, I don't know how long it's been out, but it's got more repeaters than C4 FM and D-Star combined, I think. And yet we only get 7 on DMR. So, again, it's a Simplex thing. All righty. We're going to start taking check-ins tonight from the north, but first we're going to take people who are short on time, mobile, or first-time check-ins.
WY4G.
Hello, Jeff. What's up?
Good evening, Paul, everyone. I'm going to get checked in before I drift off to sleep because I've been up since about, I think I woke up a little before 3. So, anyway, I do plan on being at the Ham Fest next Saturday.
Oh, awesome. Hope to see you there. Haven't seen you in a while. Very good. Everything else going okay for you?
Trying not to get overheated as per doctor's orders, but you know how that goes. But other than that, just taking care of business.
Yeah, it's sweltering enough out there that when I went out, I don't know, it was about 4:30, 4:45, and to get the dogs back in the house. And I know it's only about 91, but standing out in the sun in the yard, man, that was blistering.
Yeah, not only that, the humidity level is not too pleasant either. But anyway, I'll let you carry on, and I will talk to you later, WY4G.
Yeah, very good. That's Jeff up in Madison, Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf. Yeah, Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf. Who else is north?
KB9 RKK.
Oh, I said north, but I should have said, I'll take you anyway. Good to see you this morning, Frank.
Yeah, same here. I just walked in and I'm like, oh, he's already on north. Sorry about that.
No, that's all right. I said north. But when it was really people short on time or mobile or whatever, but we'll pretend you're mobile.
All right, yeah, sometimes I'm mobile. Sometimes I'm short on time. Today I think I'm short on time.
Yeah, very good. Everything going good since the breakfast this morning?
Yeah. I think I don't know. I didn't go for seconds really, other than that soft serve. But man, I got home and they just knocked me out.
Yeah, you got to have when soft serve is available for breakfast. You got to eat it.
I know. I was like, how many times you can get away with going back?
You can go often as you want. That's what's amazing. It's an all you can eat. And if you didn't notice the clientele there, they do go as often as you want.
I know.
Anyway, anything good for the net besides HamQuest coming up?
Negative. Thanks for doing it. I just wanted to check in. Turn it back over to you, KB9RKK.
Very good. That's Frank. He is in Northwest Wilson. Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo, Kilo. Anybody else mobile, first time check-ins or short on time? Hey, it's Mr. Cud. What's up, Greg?
I'm doing all right. I just got a handheld out today. I'm on the wrong side of the house, down low under the metal line. So you tell me.
Oh, wow, that's great. I'd have you climb up on the roof, but I don't think you want to do that.
Once I put up the real antenna, it looks like the top I'll do this.
No, when you get a good antenna, you'll be fantastic from up where your new digs up there.
I'm blown away from that. Well, I am here too, well. Anyway.
All right, very good. That's Greg. He's working off a handheld on the opposite side of the house from me. And he's got it in his new digs up in Hendersonville, and that's Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo, and he's on a handheld. Still getting through to me, so it's I really from Hendersonville is a good shot, especially with an HT, but with a regular antenna. Most people I can hear perfectly in Hendersonville. Who else is short on time mobile or first time check-ins? All right, now we'll shoot to the north.
Kilo Quebec 4. Kilo Quebec 4, Oscar Mike India.
All right, who was the first Kilo Quebec 4 station? I didn't catch that. I got OMI. Who was the other one?
Kilo Quebec 4, Golf, Papa, Sierra, Cannon, Portland.
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Portland? How you doing?
I'm doing very well, Paul. Good evening to you and
Yeah, you got a real rough signal today. I'm not sure. Michael, are you copying the same way from Ken?
I have a good copy on him.
Oh, okay, very good. Well, we got a lot of noise coming to me, so I must go through something before it gets to me from Portland. You coming to the Hamfest on Saturday, Ken?
I'm sure going to try to make it there. Yeah, I'll let you put the name on the page. I'm certainly hoping.
Well, Simplex, I'm going to have a table there, so make sure if you go, stop in and see me.
Absolutely. Well, I'll see. I'll try to see you then. Maybe before you get there next.
Very good. Anything else for the net, Ken?
Nope, that's about it.
All right, very good. That was Ken. He's in Portland. A little rough to me, but I'm sure a lot of other people could hear him well. That's Kilo, Quebec 4, Golf, Papa Sierra. I heard Daniel, KQ4OMI.
Yeah, you sure did. I was yelling at you.
Yeah, it was good to see you at breakfast this morning.
Yeah, I had fun. I was glad I went.
Oh, yeah, it's always good. It's good to get out of the house.
Yeah, and watch the soft serve machine get empty.
Yeah, well, I had my one, and it's not a big. I actually am eating pretty light comparatively because what I have to do when I eat a regular meal like that, because I normally eat only one regular meal, and that's in the evening, and that isn't even a big one. Breakfast is just milk and some additives, some energy drink kind of stuff. Not energy, but vitamins and minerals and protein. But after I eat a big meal like that in the morning, I can't have another meal during the day. So.
Oh yeah, same here. I get a little bit to eat, and then I drink all their coffee.
Oh, but I tell you what, if I ate a meal, most of the time, if I eat a big meal, when I say a big meal, just normal portions in the evening at 5 o'clock, I'll fall asleep immediately.
Yep, I understand.
I guess that's one of the symptoms of getting really old.
I don't know about that. I'm not near there yet.
No, I don't think you are. I mean, I just turned 76 last month, so I'm getting to that.
Yeah, I heard you talking about that. Nope, I'm not there yet. I'm 62, so I got a ways to go.
No, see, I can even remember when I was 62. I was doing great.
Yeah, I'm not, but I'm working at it.
Oh yeah, well, I found the key to it is just keeping active. You got to keep moving, even though you don't want to. You got to keep doing something.
Yeah. If I go out and that's the good thing about being in a managed place like this is I got to put antennas up and take them down every day.
Yeah, usually you have to be busy.
Yeah, it's like aerobics.
Just because it's not on the roof.
Yeah, I can't get on. If I got on the roof, I'd fall off the darn thing and land on my head, I'm sure.
Well, I don't go up on the roof anymore. As I got older, I can ambulate just fine. I can walk around, and I don't do any running. But I do know that my balance, my ability to ambulate on roofs and ladders isn't a safe thing for me anymore.
I worked a neurotrauma unit forever, and you wouldn't believe the amount of old guys I've seen that fell off the roof on their head. So I just stay off the things.
No, ladders and roofs are bad. Now I get up on a flat roof, but I don't have one of those.
Yeah. The big thing is Christmas lights and cleaning out gutters, and I figure putting up antennas is probably 3 times as hazardous as either of those.
Yeah, a guy I went to school with, he was a retired firefighter in my hometown. He's putting up Christmas lights in 2009. Ladder fell, he's dead.
Oh yeah, it'll kill you in a minute, or even worse, put you in a nursing home as a vegetable for the rest of what you might call life.
Yeah, and he was a very active guy his whole life. He was a fantastic athlete in school, and I mean, all of a sudden, boom! He's 60 years old, and he dies.
Yeah, you're right.
Anyway, yeah, it's not worth the. I don't feel like taking the chance. I mean, it's that simple.
Nah, I could hire a young guy and have him put up antennas.
Yeah, very good. Anything else for the net, Daniel?
No, glad to see everybody at breakfast, and I'll get back to net, KQ4O.
Yeah, very good. I think we had 8 there this morning. I think that was the number. That was Daniel. He's in Hendersonville, Kilo, Quebec 4, Oscar, Mike, India. Who else is north?
KN4 ERI.
Hello, Eric. Hey, I got my. I shipped out that radio. I had to pay the shipping up there. $20 or something. No, I think it might have been 30 up to South Dakota.
Wow, so are they just going to fix it, or what's going on with it?
Well, that's the rule. I sent it up technically for a repair, but I'm guessing they're going to evaluate it because I think they think I'm lying.
Yeah, they probably won't. You'll probably just ship you back another one unless they just replace the boards or something in it. But, well, that's cool. Glad you're getting it taken care of. Hopefully it won't take forever.
No, I don't suspect it will be. How long can it take once they get it in their hands and they open it up and go, oh yeah, it doesn't work. Just ship them another one or ship that back. When you figure though, if that radio was $125 new, and you know darn well they made it in China for about $16.
Yeah, probably. It is a $200 radio, but yes, that's for sure. And most of the time, like with Amazon, they don't fix anything, or they just, it's cheaper for them. And a lot of times they'll say, yeah, just keep the older one or whatever. They don't want it back. Of course, it depends on what it is.
Yeah, I know. I forgot it was $200. You're right. I forgot about that. I know that's how much I told my wife I paid for it. That's right. It was a different thing.
Roger. Yeah. All my radios are like a couple $100.
Anyway, anything else for the net?
Negative. That's it. Thanks for doing that, Paul. Back to you.
All right, very good. It was Eric. He's in Goodlettsville with a great signal. Kilo November 4 Echo Romeo India. Who else is north?
WV0NOO.
Mark. Do you keep a running total of how much you spend on radios your whole life?
No, I sure don't. But I've been digging out stuff to take to the Hamfest, and I was a bit surprised at what I had. I just keep finding more stuff.
So you had to go out and buy a pickup truck?
Almost. Now, I got plenty of stuff to take, though. But, altogether on radios, I've probably spent $4 or $5 million.
Your wife's not home, is she?
No, but remember I was in the business for 35 years, too.
Yeah, no, I realize that. I was just, it's funny, though, because if you, as you know, radio is going to get very expensive. So that's why I say that. And you don't realize it, until you get neck deep in ham radio, you end up like, here I am 20 years later, and I've got 3 HF rigs and several multi-mode, portable rigs and all kinds of stuff. I just saw a thing on the web. There's a guy up in Maine. I forget his call. I'll have to post it to the group. He was talking about, it was one of those short little videos, and he talks about how he was standing in front of a tower, a 100-foot Roan tower with some kind of antenna at the top, and he says, $40,000. That's what it costs. $40,000 to put up a 100-foot Roan tower with all the cabling, all of the, coax, all the turnbuckles, all of the concrete. $40,000. Don't think you can get it for less.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. I know they're expensive, and of course I haven't done it now for getting close to 10 years, I guess. But it was expensive when I hung it up. So anyway, nothing else for the net. I'll let you carry on. WV0NOO.
Yeah, very good, Mark. Whiskey Bravo 0 November Oscar. Yeah, it's actually cheaper to buy a house on a real high elevation somewhere. That's the cheapest way to do it. That was Whiskey Bravo 0 November Oscar with a big signal as always. Mark is in north, up by the beach, up not too far from stone's throw from the Cumberland River, Lake, Creek, whatever we call it these days. Who else is north?
KD4VW.
Hello, Carlin.
Hello.
Anything good going on up in your sector?
It looks like we might be getting rain here a little bit. I've been noticing just a little bit of crackling in the static right here in the last minute or two and stuff. And when I went through the kitchen and looked out the back of the house back to the northwest, I noticed there was a big old black cloud.
Yeah, I think Ken in Portland mentioned that too. It looked like it was going to rain.
Yeah, when I watched the news on Channel 5 at 6 o'clock, they were showing a line of storms off to the west. I thought, well, well, I don't know if they're going to die before they get here. They talk like they're going to die before they got here, but I don't know. It looks like they're still coming right on.
Ah, very good. I hear something. Tim Martin. Tim Martin is on. I just noticed. Pardon me there, Carla. Tim Martin is WTRE. Oh, there you go. Scott Dowling just mentioned it. Whiskey 2 Romeo Echo is the one who had that tower that we was talking about a minute ago. And Tim Martin, I just want to make it a, pardon me for interrupting there, Carla. Tim Martin from Franklin says he can hear some of the guys from Franklin with his new GP9 antenna. That's cool. All right, well, cool. People are out there doing something. Yeah, Carlin, how are you copying people tonight?
Okay, Tim Martin happens to be a very good friend of mine. Matter of fact, he's the one that I got that other TS2000 from. So, and another matter of fact, the microphone that I sold to Danny, that's where it came from him. Yeah, matter of fact, he come up here a couple of months ago, and he wanted to go to Huntsville, and he come up there and got me, and we went to Huntsville and walked around down there in the new gig park store.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's unusual that I even look over there because I'm usually concentrating on me and the radio because it's hard for me to chew gum and do the net at the same time. But now I just happened to look up there and saw Tim Martin's name. And I also saw Scott's name up there with that Whiskey 2 Romeo Echo with that. I'm sure you can go to either his website, his, what do you call it? On Facebook maybe? I'm not sure where I saw that thing. I think it was on Facebook. Anyway, what else is good up in your area, Carl? By the way, did you torture yourself with watching the local nightly news?
No, I was mostly eating. It just happened to have been on Channel 5 local news. And I was mostly just waiting for them to tell the weather. I was ignoring everything else. I was too busy to make me a supper, and that room in there is probably 30 foot long in there, and it's a kitchen, dining room, and den. And there's a fireplace in the den, and of course the 50-inch plasma's on the other end of where I was at. And I just had it on, watching the weather. Waiting for the weather to come up before I could look at the radar. I really wasn't paying too much heed to the weather forecast. I believe I can do a better job than you all, because 9 times out of 10 they don't get it right. So, unless it's right up on top of them. I know. I remember back. You probably wouldn't. Back during the '60s, they had what they called radar weather there on Channel 5, and basically the radar was a radar they pulled out of a aircraft. And it was just, of course, that was back in black and white. And that little old thing, it spun around there about 90 miles an hour, And it looked like it might have covered the county of that Davidson County and the edges of the surrounding counties, and that's about it. And of course, they would show something coming out of the northwest, and there would be these spots and stuff on that. And I was thinking here the other day, at least you could see that radar. It's got now that most of the television radar, that they're showing now locally, they got it covered up with so many banners at the top and the bottom of the screen. The only thing you can see is that's the county, and you can't see the state line on either side, the south state line or the north state line, because they're some silly banner that's covered across there telling the TV station if it's a Sky Warner and all that stuff, and you're going well, that's fine, you all are still clear, but we got stuff up here, but we can't see it because you got that ignorant banner splattered all over the screen. It gets aggravating, and I was thinking they'd be just as well if they had the old radar, that little old aircraft radar spinning around. At least it wasn't covered up with a bunch of banners.
Yeah, that's. I found the weather people kind of annoying because if I want to know something, I just bring up Weather Underground or one of those other, weather.com or whatever. Because that's the easiest way to get the. You can just watch your own stinking radar,
Yeah, I usually either go to the National Weather Service or I go up here to Channel 13. They've got an interactive radar, and I can go in there and I can back out, and look for clear out to the Pacific and the Atlantic Ocean. Got the whole United States out where you can see what's going on across Canada and everything, or zoom all the way down to street level. And that's what I do a lot of times. When they start acting silly, you know, they lose it because there's a winter weather event coming on. And I go like, okay, time to go look at the radar and see what's going on. So, anyway, yeah, I guess Tim must be listening on his radio and stuff. Yeah, he sent me some pictures here the other day where he had put up his antenna at his house and stuff. And I've been able to talk to him. Hadn't had a chance since you done that. I was out mowing the yard yesterday. I was out about, from around about probably 12:45 up to about 6 o'clock doing yard work. And I got all that done yesterday. And everything's mowed and everything. That's going to come rain and make it grow again. So it's almost like going out and fertilizing it. You know. Anyway, let me shut up and let's get some more check-ins. With that said, Paul, this is KD4VW, and I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Yeah, very good. That was Carlin. He's up in Angeltown, Bethpage, and Big Signal. Yeah, that's a problem. Weather is not that big a deal. You just look it up on weather.com, and everybody knows what's going on. In fact, there's so many sites available to get weather on. I don't even know why they do a weather forecast, other than to sell time for the advertisers. All right, that was Carlin, Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey. Who else? Oh, by the way, they get the fellow that Kilo, I forgot his call already. Kilo Delta 4. Hold on, maybe I can find it here. Hold on.
You talking about Tim or the other guy?
No, Tim I got. I was looking for that. W2RE is on Facebook. You can find him on Facebook. Oh, the QRZ, that's what it is. Scott said it was on QRZ, the information about him. And he's up in Maine, and he's got a whole bunch of stuff up there in Maine. So, I don't know. Anyway, that was it. Anyway, that was Carlin, Kilo Delta 4 Victor Uniform Whiskey. Who else is north? Nobody else north? Over to the west?
KC14,
Hey, very good, Charles. You're going to have to feel better. Well, let's see, we're not having breakfast next week, so you're going to the Camp Fest?
Yeah, I was thinking about coming by there and staying a little while, not too long.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. You don't want to make it an all-day event. At least it's air-conditioned inside, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I hadn't been on the radio for for at least a week. Been on the left coast.
Oh, you went out to see your daughter. How's she doing?
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, went and seen her and her boyfriend. They took us around, seen the sights, and all that good stuff.
I forgot where you said she was. Seattle or Portland? One of those big ones?
Yeah, Seattle.
Cool. That's very pretty, I'm told.
Oh, yeah, we had really good weather, and we got to go to Pike's Place, which is a market where they throw the fish. I don't know if you've ever seen that, where they throw the fish.
Yes, I have seen that.
Yeah, there's two different ways they would throw a fish. You can make a donation, or you can buy a fish.
Oh, wow. Yeah, most of the fish are pretty big. They're like 2 hands to catch, right?
Oh, no, they're different sizes. It just depends on what size, I guess, the customer wants, But I've seen them throw 2, but I never could get a picture of it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Is it a big market, I take it?
Oh, yeah, it's a whole bunch of markets. They sold, just tons of flowers and stuff like that, cut flowers. And we went to a Beecher's cheese market where it's supposed to be the most famous macaroni and cheese. We did all that kind of stuff.
You did all the touristy stuff.
Oh, yeah, well, they kind of, that's some of the regular places that they go to, her and her boyfriend, they go around all these places. They try all kinds of places. I was surprised at the number of places that they try.
Cool. Yeah, how was the weather there?
Oh, it was great. It was first couple of days it was in like the mid-80s, and the last few days it was in the mid-70s.
So it was a nice reprieve from Tennessee weather.
Oh, yeah. And of course, as soon as we got off the airplane, the steam hit.
Yeah, that's right. I was the same way when I lived in Florida. I had the opposite. If I traveled one December, the early December, when it was about, I don't remember the temperature, it was like 35 or 40 degrees. I'm sorry. In Florida, it was like 78 degrees in December, 75, something like that. I flew up to Minneapolis and it was -5.
Yeah, I just can't imagine how people stay in the cold weather. I guess that's why they come down here.
Yeah, that's why they vacation in the South, or they move down here when they retire. But Minneapolis is a huge, it's a huge business city, and there's a lot going on. It's just that people put up with the weather because they have to.
Well, yeah, I can understand that. Everybody's got a place to be.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I think that's really the answer. I know lots of people who live up in the northern states, and they'll say, hey, how come you haven't moved south? He goes, well, all my friends are here. All my relatives are here. Why would I move?
Yeah, well, winter time goes south, and I guess and then spring, summer, head back north, right?
I guess the snowbird routine. I don't know. That gets expensive though, because you got to pay for 2 places, or you got to rent a place or whatever. Anyway, I do know one guy. He's a ham. He goes down to a place called Winter. No, I'll think of it in a second. It's Frostproof, Florida, right in the middle of the state. It's equidistant pretty much between both oceans. Well, the Gulf of America and the Atlantic. And he has a trailer. He just keeps a trailer down there, or I think he leaves it. He leaves it on a campsite, not a campsite, but it's actually a trailer park for that kind of thing. And they just stay there for 3 or 4 or 5 months, and then they move back to Niagara Falls, New York for the rest of the year.
That would be near Gator Station, where they're housing all them suspects, right?
No, it's a little ways from there. It's probably about an hour and a half or so north of where that Gator Alcatraz is.
Yeah, Roger. Well, that's about it. Just wanted to give you an update where we've been. It was fun. I'm wore out. My knees is about crippled. So, anyway, y'all have a good night. I'll be listening. KC4GQ.
Yeah, very good. That's Charles in West Nashville. Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec. Who else is West?
KG4ILV.
Hey, Jack. Man, you lost your partner in crime on the West Coast there.
Yeah, I did. Pike's Place Market. That's a great place. That's where they throw the fish.
Did you do some filming up there?
No, I just did the tourist thing there. I was working, but I just went over there to do the tourist thing.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems funny that we'd go to see somebody throw fish.
Well, it's like a big farmer's market. There's a whole lot of stuff going on there. But, since they're up there around all that water and fish is a big deal up there.
Yeah, I think they used to have a similar thing in New York City down in the docks down there somewhere where they're offloading fish or something.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think I remember seeing some of that, like on the Today Show.
See, we're pretty easy to please, man. People go to see fish get thrown.
Well, hey, there's a lot worse things to see.
I know, man. Did you ever see that movie, Last of the Red Hot Lovers? Do you remember the name of that one? Do you remember that one?
Oh, yeah, and that was a Neil Simon play.
Yeah, and he was a fish. He had a fish market, and he was always, he was trying to get. I forget the whole story, but essentially, he was always. You'd see him every few minutes. He'd smell his hands to make sure they didn't smell like fish.
Yeah, it was funny. He couldn't get the stink off his fingers.
Anyway, that's all I remember about the movie. I'll have to watch it again. Anything else for that, Jack?
Nope. Thanks for doing it, Paul. I'll let somebody else check in. KG4ILV.
Hey, you weren't able to hear Greg up there in Hendersonville, were you?
Barely. I could hear him touch and go, but I couldn't hear Larry at all tonight. I could see his signal on the scope, but I couldn't hear him.
Oh man, he's probably jacked if he can hear you now. That's great. Now he's, like I said, handheld on the north side of the house.
Well, I'm surprised.
I am surprised too, but he must have a better elevation than he used to have. Anyway, that was Jack. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Very good, Jack. Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. He is in Donaldson. Who else is West?
KO4 OTV.
Hey, were you trying to check into the DMR net?
No, I just walked into the door and turned the radio on.
Okay, but I guess I could feel that. I just felt that thing. Your presence.
Well, I'm glad. Yeah, I haven't been on the air much lately. When I'm mobile, I am most of the time when I'm my work van. But other than that, man, when I've been home, I've just been busy.
Yeah. No, conditions have been were a little sketchy. So I thought I could swear it was you, but then it turned out I think it was somebody else. Obviously, I couldn't hear you confirm it, so I had to scratch your name off the list.
Well, that's okay. I just heard the scanner, and it reminded me, because I have this scanner in here running all the time. And honestly, when I first turned it on, on my scanner, it sounded real crummy. The signal, I could hear Charles right off the bat. Of course, he's close to me, but well, closer. But your signal was not that great on the discone, but it was pretty good on the vertical.
You're not going to bring up that issue that you actually own a discone, are you?
No. It's that thing is it's a different. Which I don't know, man. Up here, it's hit or miss, man, with just about every antenna.
Well, have you seen the discones they put on Navy ships back in the day?
Oh, it's massive, like umbrella-looking ones, right?
They've got they're like 30 or 40 feet tall, and the sides, the elements on the sides are like 40 feet wide on each side, and it's unbelievable how big they are.
I bet I think we talked about this before, but they received really well, didn't they?
Well, yeah, and again, you got to remember everything they did was, HF. I mean, they were. You figure, I don't know what those old ships transmitted at, but I know what ours did, and they were built in the 40s, and they may have been upgraded, but they were doing was almost all AM on HF, and they were doing 50,000 watts.
Yeah, and those probably weren't discones, really. They were more like the, what do they call that big HF antenna that's $1,000 almost? Look, it's kind of like an inside-out umbrella.
Yeah, again, that was one of the reasons that most of the transmissions up through the radio transmissions up through the 60s and 70s, I don't know how far it went, because I know somebody who was a radioman in the 50s and 60s, and it was 100% CW. So he also worked CW relay stations in Ireland, and the U.S. Navy had relay stations all over the world. So in other words, you can't always get where you want to get, without a relay station.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely true, especially when it comes to any of the HF type stuff. But and I've had conditions so well sitting in here, and I could have talked to people on the other side of the world on 50 watts, and probably even less if I had tried it. And I had done it before, with I think a little bit less than 50 watts. But I'll be honest, man, I've had more fun with an offset center-fed wire than you could possibly have with even the most expensive antenna.
Yeah, given the right conditions, you can talk all over the world.
Absolutely, there ain't no question about it.
Yeah, and you don't need a legal limit either.
No, I mean, it's good in the summer when conditions are crappy, with I don't know, the summertime just gets real crummy anyway, especially this time of year, but where it's just, 90 plus, and it's just, I don't even care to be on HF when it's like this, but at nighttime it really clears up.
Yep. No, it is amazing how good it can get sometimes, and it's quiet. And what's fun is when I first was on ham radio, and you'd be talking to somebody somewhere around sunset, near the sunset, where that gray line's moving, and you have nice clear signal, and then it's like somebody's closing a door. It goes down to nothing, and it's gone.
That's funny you say that. It was a 4th of July weekend. I turned my radio on, and I was talking to a guy. They're up in Ontario. They have a 10-meter repeater up there, and we were all sitting there. One guy they have it linked to 2-meter and 6-meter, and they all kind of can get into it on different frequencies, obviously, because it's all linked. But as we were talking, that's exactly what happened. I mean, it was dead silence within in a matter of 10 seconds, we went from great conditions to absolutely nothing.
Yeah, it's interesting how that happens. But again, conditions, you can see as the conditions change with the sun going down, that's it.
Oh yeah, and when it comes up, it's the same way. It's like early in the morning, I can talk to southern Illinois, and then by an hour past sunrise, it's gone.
Yeah. Well, very good. I'm glad you made the net tonight, and I'm going to just pretend you were there on DMR earlier.
Well, I mean, you can check me in on D-Star while you're at it.
Yeah, very good. You're going to have to not work such long hours.
It's just stuff around here. I'm just trying to get some stuff cleaned out, and I had to go get a new dishwasher today and get that installed, and that turned into a little bit of a fiasco. And then I came home, and we decided to go grocery shopping tonight because a buddy of mine was wanting to go fishing in the morning, so I'm going to try to do a little bit of that as well.
Well, I noticed the last dishwasher I installed, They purposely make that dishwasher so low to the floor that you're guaranteed to have a leak after you're finished.
You know, that is the funniest thing you said that. And I made sure of that reason. And I took the whole front off the bottom. And I sat there with this big 20-volt DeWalt light that I have shining under there because I was so afraid of a leak. But, man, I came out smelling like a rose.
Yeah, no, it's just it's an issue of I so infrequently do plumbing, but you think you're doing the right thing, and you go, well, I missed a little bit. I have to snug it up a little more.
Yeah, I hate plumbing. And I could wire it up in no time. It's just, 3 wires, I think, a black, white, and a ground. But, yeah, it was... that was my biggest fear. I said, I know I'm going to have a leak. I just know it.
Yeah, so you went the extra mile and put the ground up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I did. Well, the other one was hooked up that way, so I just kind of followed suit.
No, I'm kidding, because it's so... I can always tell when an amateur did the work before me.
That's exactly right.
Anyway, anything else for the net, Joel?
No, that's it for me. I'll try to make it to the next one. KO4 OTV, back to net.
Very good. That's Joel. Kilo Oscar 4, Oscar Tango Victor, and he's in Joel. Well, no, he's west of Ashland City, really. Who else is west? Or south?
KF4, KFQ.
Well, thanks for hanging in there for the net. Everything good there, Tony?
Unless you've heard something.
No, I think Smyrna's holding out pretty good, aren't they?
Yeah, it hit 100 out here.
Oh, did it really? On your weather station, it was 100?
Oh, yeah.
How well is that shaded? I know it's got some protection, but is it in a clearly shaded spot?
No, sensor's out in the middle of a clear yard.
Okay, but I mean the sensor itself, the temperature sensor is not sitting right in the sun. It's the sensor itself.
No, it's sitting inside of a I forget what the technical term, but no, it's inside a tube more or less that keeps it from getting directly in the sun. It measures just the air temperature.
Yeah, I got you. That's one of the reasons. I don't know if you ever had to do it. You ever had when you were in the medical business, you obviously had refrigerators for things, but I don't know if you ever noticed if you put a refrigerator, if you put a thermometer in a refrigerator, you just put in a glass of liquid so it doesn't have variations in the temperature.
Yeah, what's your point?
Well, the point is you can't do that outside because the air doesn't have a. You could do it with water or oil, but it wouldn't be a wise idea.
Yeah, that's it. Anyway, you got people piling up. I'm gonna let you go. KF4, KFQ.
No, you're the bottom of the pile, man. That's Tony. KF4, KFQ, and Smyrna. Big signal as always. Who else is south? Very good. Got you in there, Larry. Just as rough here as you were almost. Well, no, this is rougher than on the D-Star. I mean, the D-Star. You're kind of crappy state. I mean, just crappy conditions for you. How you copying me? Alrighty. Well, very good. I didn't even catch that. That was Kilo Echo 4, Sierra Yankee Victor. That's Larry in Rockvale. Sometimes signals are great with. He also does and sometimes they're not. But Larry does the D-Star net at 7:15 on Saturday nights. So you've got to be there if you've got a D-Star radio. Who else is south?
Kilo 4, Tango Yankee Juliet.
Hey, Jimmy, what's up?
Oh, checking into the Mount Juliet Saturday night.
You've fully recovered from your big worldwide trip?
Oh, yeah, it was fine. I was back going into work on Monday, so yeah, it was like non-stop for about 3 or 4 weeks.
Well, I can imagine that was kind of mundane getting back to Tennessee and going back to work after you did all that traveling in Europe.
It was fun, I tell you what. It was a blast.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. I envy you. Like I said, I've never been to Europe, so it'd be a real thrill for me.
Well, it was for us, I'll tell you that. Yeah, we had a grand old time. It was exciting. New day, new country.
Did your ex-wife Ellen? Had she been there before?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay. I just wondered, since she's from the Polish section, that she would have made multiple trips to Poland.
She made none.
Okay, no, that's good. Did she? Were there any special things she wanted to go to in Poland?
No. I think think she might have said something about moving like Krakow, Auschwitz, or something like that, but we never went to any of that place because it would take so long to go through that.
Yeah, Poland's a lot bigger than you think it is. You know that?
Oh, I know. I drove through the whole length of it.
Man, no, it is. It's hard. I always, when I was having never spent any time over there, before I really took a look at the maps a long time. Well, it's been a while ago, but you know, I always put Poland in the wrong place. I forgot that it was right up against Russia.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we were so close to Ukraine, within a couple yards. How close we were to Ukraine. My phone said, "Welcome to Ukraine."
Oh wow, yeah, that's a rough area to be in these days. If you've seen any of the videos, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But no, that's all we got. We had a wonderful time, and let's sit down over coffee and whatever, and have a discussion and tell you all about it. Show pictures and stuff. It was awesome. Let's get back to that, sir. You got any other questions?
Oh no, we're good. Yeah, I'd love to have you come out to the Ham Quest.
We'll see what happens next week.
All right, very good. That was Jimmy, Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet, and he's in Woodbury. Who else is a good signal for Woodbury, but he's on a real good elevation as well. Anybody else south or east?
KM4YRF.
You bringing up the rear, are you, Michael?
Yep, sure am. And I got some news for you. If you and Greg and Charles in West Nashville had checked in to C4FM, that would have been 14.
You hit 14 before, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, so that would just be a redundancy at that. No, that's pretty cool, though. I mean, I really am surprised that DMR picked up so much. I think it's a testimony to how many people bought Yaesu radio.
Like if I had to do the code plug and all that stuff, but lucky for me, mine was already ready to go when I got it.
Yeah, well, I accidentally, I think I doubled with you a little bit. I just said that it's kind of a testimony to how well Yaesu got radios sold out there that had the C4 FM in them.
Well, I tell you, I love C4 FM, and it's one of my favorite modes.
Yeah, it's too bad it's not more widely used, though.
Well, we need to do something about that.
Well, we'll see if we can round up a few more at the event on Saturday.
All right, good deal. I don't guess I have anything else, Paul, so I'll say back to net control.
Very good. That's Mike. He's here in Mount Juliet, Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. And he does the net when I'm not around or don't feel good or I'm out with the wife at dinner or something. We have occasions to be out of town. Occasions, not too many. Anyway, he fills in very nicely for me. And he also does the 10-meter net on Sunday nights. That 10-meter net that starts out on 28.415. So be there tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Who else is out there east?
N4RTR.
N4RTR. I got to think of another word selection instead of the one you have for RTR. I'll have to think about that a little bit. How's it going, Wes?
Not too bad, not too bad. Just another day in paradise out here.
Yeah, I don't know. Unless paradise is like Hades.
Well, yeah, it really is. When I say another day in paradise, it only got up to 93 here, so my peppers and tomatoes weren't just decimated. They fared fairly well today. And if you don't mind, I'm going to put my ignorance on display here. What time and what location is the breakfast on Saturday morning?
It is at 8 a.m. because that's when they open the doors over at Golden Corral and Hermitage, if you know where that is. You know, and it's just almost all the way up to Home Depot and Lowe's as you're going north.
Well, yes, so that makes me feel even worse because I actually work in Hermitage. As a matter of fact, every Friday night I catch the Friday night flick at the Full Moon Cineplex there in Hermitage. And yeah, I feel bad that I haven't had a chance to swing by and have a Saturday morning breakfast there. So I guess that's going to be on my calendar for this coming week.
All right, sounds like a winner, except Saturday is the Ham Fest, so you're going to see us there, because that starts at 8 o'clock on Saturday.
Oh, that's right. I mean, everything here is just overlapping with work.
I'll manage to get everything on the schedule and oriented eventually, right?
Yeah, very good. Yeah, no, it'll be big. I think there'll be, I'm guessing, close to 500 people at the Hamfest on Saturday.
That will be awesome. I guess you're aware I'm from Huntsville, so I used to frequent the Huntsville Hamfest, and I've kind of been itching to visit the Hamfest since I've been up here, so I'm looking forward to that, absolutely.
Well, this one does not rival Huntsville's volume for certain. Because Huntsville's a big one. That's the only. I think the only one bigger than that is Dayton.
Oh no, I'm not looking to anything to rival with it. I'm just looking to get out, see who has stuff to sell, see who's wanting something, and just see who all is just out there in the ham radio community, right?
Oh, yeah, it's all good. Anything else for the net, Wes?
No, nothing else. Just a hearty 7-3s. Hope everyone has a great week, and that's all from me.
Very good. That's Wes. He's over near Lebanon, November 4, Romeo, Tango, Romeo, and he uses the acronym Roll Tide Roll, but you can ignore that if you're a Tennessee fan or an Auburn fan. And, anybody else? East or anywhere, please come now.
I'll go with you anywhere. K1 SPD.
Oh man, Scott, you're coming in without the normal thing. Hey, hold on one second. I heard Danny in there, but it was I think you might have doubled with him. Hold on 1 second there, Scott. Danny, was that you?
Yes, I'm right.
Man, your signal's absolutely outrageously bad, and it's normally outrageously good. What happened? Are you getting the same issue I am, Michael?
No, he's like 40 over to me.
Oh, you lie like a rug, man.
I'd take a picture.
Man, really, it was really garbled. I thought he was on the wrong frequency. But, I don't know, there must be something here, because a couple of people from the north was really, really bad signal. Anyway, Danny, good to be in here. Anything good for the net?
Working on my contest going for the power.
All right, I have no idea what you just said, but I'm going to go on. K4PW. That was Danny. Kilo Delta 4 Golf, Oscar, November, and he is in station camp up near Cottontown. Scott, got you in there, but man, now I got nobody's going to answer me when I give my call out late.
Well, I gave my awareness away by logging on to the chat group.
Anything good for you going on?
Question for you. Did you ever find a reel-to-reel?
I got a couple of nice leads for him, yeah. I haven't done anything about it, though. One of the guys, one of the hams that I know, he knows somebody who does have them actively operating, and he says he'll do them for free for you. Okay, it's cheaper than buying them.
Yeah, because I had one out, or I have one out in the garage, and so I yanked it out since I could get to it, and oh no, you can't borrow that one.
Was it functional?
Barely. Yeah, I was smelling something coming out of it.
Oh, so it's an old tube model?
Yeah, it sure is. I picked it up at a yard sale for $5.
Yeah, I'm with you. And it weighs about 80 pounds?
Yeah, how about 78 pounds? The one that I originally had, my father came home. He said he found it in an alley in New York City. And it had no case to it. It was just the unit itself. But it has a big metal deck, and it was all tubes. And, boy, that thing weighed about 100 pounds.
Yeah, no. My dad had one, too, way back in around 1962, and it was, or 63, some of the vintage. And, man, that thing weighed a ton. And he put it on top of the TV.
I'm looking on Marketplace and Craigslist. Now you got me curious, because I've got, a dozen or so reels out there that I'd love to re-listen to. But now, boy, these people don't want to give these things away. I don't care if they're 50, 60 years old.
No, I saw a few in that Schulman auction. The bids were up to a couple $100.
Well, good luck with that. All right, well, don't put my word to it, but I'll probably see you at the Hamfest on Saturday.
That'd be great. Drive careful. That was Scott, Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta, and he's in Laverne. Who else is any place anywhere?
Oh, and also one more thing. Michael, I know you love DMR or C4 FM or whatever those digital modes are. Sideband, man, all the way. Sideband. K1SPD.
Well, we'll be on sideband shortly here in the next net on 144.240, so you can be there. And sideband is good, though, no question about it. It really, because almost every ham has sideband, almost everyone. And so that's really, to me, that would be the best mode for emergencies or any other communication requiring longer distance stuff. Anyway, is there only one more chance? Anybody else checking in? Was that Kevin?
Yeah.
Wow. See, to me, how are you copying Kevin, Michael?
Not at all.
Oh, okay, Kevin, you're not even getting to Michael, and I'm roughly hearing you. Did you do anything different?
No, it's the same old stuff. There's a storm between us. I'm sitting here watching it lightning and later the storm like right over 11 and between me and 11 and rolling this way and there's a lot of lightning in it. You know, and maybe it has affected the signal. That's my guess, but who knows?
Yeah, I only heard parts and pieces of that. But, yeah, I heard about the storm, so that's probably what the whole issue is. Well, very good. I'm glad you're in there. That's 2 nets in a row, man. I'm thrilled to have you here. And we're going to see you at the Hamfest, I take it?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to try to be there. You know how it goes. I can only try.
Well, let me know. If you need a ride or something, we'll arrange something.
All right, we'll see. We'll talk to you in a little bit, Paul. You be careful over there. KG4, my signal.
Yeah, your signal came up wonderfully, so the clouds or the moon moved or something. That was Kevin. He's over in Smith County. Man, he's moving up or farther out. Maybe Wilson County said, no, we don't want you here no more. That was Kevin. Kilo Golf 4, Mike, India Zulu, number 20 on the list. Anybody? So now we're going to be calling for, here's the worst list, really, the ones who don't show up usually. Dilly-dalliers, spuddlers, landlubbers, sandbaggers, lollygaggers, lurkers, skulkers, slackers, lackeys, toadies, blackguards, repeater kerchunkers, shape-shifting lizard people, moon landing deniers, moon landing supporters, moon occupied by aliens and those that don't believe it. That's the backside of the moon. No, that's on the backside of the moon. Yeah, aliens. Also, those who deny there's aliens on the moon. There are people living on the back, or actually mining materials on the backside of the moon, and those don't believe it. Flat earthers and flat earth deniers. Scanner listeners, SDR donglers, preppers, end-time survivalists, and last but not least, Bigfoot believers. Of course, that's all they are, is Bigfoot believers. There aren't any deniers, man. You can't deny something that you haven't seen. You just have to say they must be there. Anybody else?
KQ4 AET qualifies for one at least of those.
Yep, he can't hear anything tonight.
Okay, hold on. There was a double in there, but I heard Chris in there.
Yeah, KQ4 AET. I know I qualify for at least one of those things on the list.
Oh, it's probably a couple. I mean, every ham worth, if you'll admit it, which most of them will, they've been a repeater kerchunker at some point in their life.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Anything good going on besides the Hamfest next week?
Oh, yeah, that's great. I, unfortunately, will not be at it. I'll be at my stepfather's funeral, but I was just now leaving Chuck E. Cheese with my son and my wife, and I was like, they can't still be doing the net, and then there they are. You're on still.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I'm sorry you won't be able to make it. I know you're a big part of it. Yeah, because you didn't see I put up the thumbnail has a reminder about the net. You have to take a look when you get home.
I appreciate that. I also appreciate you keeping it in your email distro and everything, too.
Oh, yeah, there'll be another one going out first of the week to remind everybody to show up or they're going to get demerits.
Excellent. Fantastic. Hey, also, people should keep an eye on, and I'm mobile right now, so probably not everybody's hearing this, but keep an eye on the Facebook page for the Ham Quest because I'm going to be publishing the list of all the door prizes that'll be given out here soon.
Oh yeah, let me know though because I need to put that on a reminder.
Yeah, when I put it up there, I'll shoot you an email or a message.
All right, that'd be great. Yep. Well, very good. Anything else for the night? You have a good time? I hate to say it, but I'm not going to say I don't like Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, I don't either, but it's not for me. So it's like, but, and I said it earlier on the C4FM net. The saving grace is they serve beer now. So.
Oh wow, that would be good. That's a kind of a counteract the synthetic pizza they make.
I actually did not have the pizza tonight. I had some substandard wings, but you know, it was food.
You sure what kind of wings they were?
Well, they looked like chicken wings.
All right, you never know. They could have come from China, you know, have lead in them.
Right.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, my wife won't even buy. She'll see anything that's in the market, like at Walmart. You know, it comes from the Philippines or China or Taiwan or someplace. It's unbelievable. Shrimp and the fish. It's like, okay, we don't need that.
Yeah, we usually get most of our meats local anyway from some of the farmers around here.
Oh, yeah, of course. It's always better that way. Yep. Anything else for the net?
No, I got nothing else. Thanks for running the net. Good hearing you guys. I was able to pick you up on the way into Chuck E. Cheese with C4FM. Hold on, cop just flipped his lights on. Hopefully he's not coming for me.
I'll wait for the scuffle.
Oh, yeah, he's pulling me over.
Oh, boy.
Talk to you later. Bye.
All right, K4PW. Good luck on that one. I don't know what's going on there. I can't imagine you were speeding and being on the radio. Maybe still saw you on the radio. Thought it was something wrong. Wow. Anyway, that was Chris under arrest. Kilo Quebec 4 Alpha Echo Tango. Anybody else?
Paul, check Rick in KN4TJF. He can't hear anything tonight.
Oh, wow. KN4TJF. That is his call, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I always get in my brain gets a little. It's like a duplication of TYJ for Jim, except he's KE for it. You think it would be, but I always get him a little muddled in my head. Anyway, we got Rick in there who's in by relay because he can't hear crap. Of course, he's way out west Ashland City. Anybody else? Very good. We're going to go to 144.240 upper sideband, unless I hear a complaint. Okay, no complaints. That's where I'm going. 144.240. All right, the reason it takes me so long to get over here is because I have not yet put that in my old radio, the 144.240, and now I have to make it for 240.3. Hopefully I'm right on the money. All righty, who else who do we have here on 144.240? We might as well start from the north. Please come now.
You're on FM.
There we are, 144.240. How's that? A little better? Yeah, I told you I need a new station engineer. All right, who else besides me is on the right frequency, the right band, the right mode here? K4PEW.
KM4YRF.
Man, you sound. Am I off that much?
I got you 240. You're like 180 hertz off.
How many?
180.
Is it right about there? Is that better?
Well, I'll have to tune back to see.
Okay, I think that's where I should be, or I am anyway. All righty. Like I said, you got to tear the radio apart to make that change, and I don't have the equipment to do that, to do the change. Who else is, we're north?
Kilo Quebec 4, Oscar Mike India.
Hold on 1 second. I think I heard Danny in there first. Golf Oscar November.
Yeah. Can you hear me now, Paul?
Oh, yeah, you sound much better on sideband.
Well, it's totally different radio, different antenna, different location, different room, everything.
Well, if it's everything, it means it's not you.
Well, I almost don't feel like me. I've been out digging the ditch all day for my conduit going to the tower.
Oh, boy. That's work.
Yep. Well, I got the first leg of it done, so anyway.
How far did you have to dig the trench?
It was about 30 feet, and there was a lot of rock, so I had to use a rock pounder.
Did you go down more than a foot?
That's about as far as I could go.
No, I just wonder, because if it's in steel conduit, you don't have to worry about it.
It's 3-inch PVC Schedule 40.
Oh, well, you're fine.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're fixing to pour a sidewalk, so I had to get that portion done, so.
Sounds great. Sounds like you're going to have a winner there.
I'm working on it. All right. Back to you.
Yeah, very good. That's Kilo Delta 4, Golf Oscar November. Working on piping and trench digging for a tower. Who else is north?
Kilo Quebec 4, Oscar Mike India.
All right. Let's see, there was Kilo Quebec 4. You just said who that was. Oscar Mike India. There you go. Got muddled because there was two people in there. I got you in there, Daniel. What's up? Anything good? You can feel everybody okay in this frequency?
Oh, yeah, I can hear him really good on this one.
Yeah, very good. That was Daniel in Hendersonville. Kilo Quebec 4, Oscar Mike India. Who else is north? All righty. Carlin's in there. A little weak on that, but I still got a good copy on him. KD4 Victor Uniform Whiskey. Who else is north?
KN4 ERI.
All right, very good. You sound real good, Eric. That's Kilo November 4 Echo Romeo India. Echo Romeo India. Who else is north?
WV0 NOO.
Hey, very good. Got you in there, Mark. Great signal. Of course, you'd have a great signal with a tin can.
And a string.
That's right. Oh, no, I was going to say you could use a, what do they call that? I forget what they call it. A cantenna. Isn't that what they called it?
Yeah, I remember those.
Very good. That's Whiskey Bravo 0, November Oscar. Who else is north?
Kilo 4, Kilo Papa Golf, Mark.
Hey, Mark, you doing okay?
I'm doing great. I was the one trying to get in the DMR.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry about that. What were you using to get in DMR?
Unfortunately, I had a handheld with a antenna I need to get up more in the air.
Where are you located?
In Gallatin.
Well, Gallatin isn't exactly close, but if you were high enough, I should be able to hear you maybe from where you are.
Yeah, I have no problem. You're always 592.
Okay, very good. I'm saying if you were just using the handheld, right?
Both ways.
Yeah, well, it's a little rough. Just hook it up to an antenna and throw it up on a tree.
Roger. I'm using the same antenna right now, and had no problems on 2 meters.
No, and sideband is always very good. I mean, it's almost always very good compared to other FM modes, and it's really a wonderful mode.
One thing I did find out with this new FTX1 is that C4 FM reception is terrible. They need to work on that.
Oh, is that right? It's different. It's not as good as other people have, huh?
No, the FT3DR works much better.
Well, very good. Well, I don't know. Did you complain?
Repeat, please.
I said, did you complain? I mean, did you ask anybody at Yaesu why it's so crappy?
No, I just found out tonight on this net, and that's one of the benefits of working these things out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It is one of the reasons we tend, if you're exercising your radios and your shack, you begin to understand its shortcomings or how well it works. And, it's very simple. That's why we ended up doing all these modes and all these frequencies, because we do I think a total of 13 or 14 nets a week.
Exactly. All of these contacts have been on the same antenna, and so I can compare them all.
Oh, right. Now that's excellent. Yep, it is interesting, though, how its variations are depending upon the mode and what frequency it is. Everybody seems to get a better handle of it. I've had many people, including me, say, man, I never knew that Simplex could vary so much in its ability to get out compared to, because they're used to using repeaters.
exactly. But by the way, how does this compression sound? Is it okay?
Yeah, it's readable. It's no problem. It doesn't. I don't think it sounds exactly like you, but it sounds fine.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Very good. That was Mark. He's up in Gallatin. That's where it is. Kilo 4 Kilo Papa Golf. Who else is north? Over to the west.
KG4 LV.
Yeah, very good. Got Jack in there in Donaldson. Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. Who else?
KC4 TNQ.
Very good. We got Charles in there. KC4 Tango November Quebec with a good signal. Who else is west? Anybody west or south?
Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet.
Very good. We got Jimmy in there. Kilo, I'll get it straight. I can't even read my own writing. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet. My scribbles didn't work out good on that one. Anyway, it's Jimmy down in Woodbury with a good signal. Who else? You're still on your, you're on your loop, right?
No, not on 2 meters. 2 meters, I'm on a 10-element vertical beam pointed at you. Unless you prefer horizontal, then we could do that also. Go ahead.
Nah, I wouldn't do that on the loop. I think you're doing. I forgot momentarily about your beam. So yeah, you do good on the beam. Anyway, that's Jimmy down in Woodbury. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet. Who else is south?
Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta.
Very good. We got Scott in there. Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta with a big signal. Anybody else? Over to the east. Already got you, Michael. Anybody else? All right, that's all there is. There was 13 of us in there. I think that's the number, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, 13. We're moving over to 50.135, so we'll see you there. K4PW. I think I forgot to move my antenna switch. I'll be back in a sec. 50.135. It sounds pretty noisy out there tonight. This is K4PEW on 6 meters, 50.135, I think it is. Let's see, who we got from the north? Man, is it noisy or is it just me?
No, it's real noisy. I hear you, Paul.
Very good. We got Danny in there. Was that you, right, Danny?
Mark.
Oh, okay, very good. I heard the voice. I wasn't sure. We got Mark in there. That's I'll get it straight. That's K4KPG Mark, correct?
WB010.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mark. We got 2 Marks in there tonight. That's Mark, WB0NOO. Who else is north? Anybody else north? How about west? Very good. We got Joel, KO4OTV. Who else? Up in Ashland, West Ashland City. Anybody else west or north? All right, sounds like a voice in the wilderness. I'm glad I had the headphones on. I got you in there, Charles. That's Kilo Charlie 4 Tango November Quebec. Who else? Very, very good. We got Eric in there, KN4ERI. He's in Goodlettsville. Who else is north or west? Okay, there's a station I thought I heard. Who is that? Anybody else north or west or south? All right, very good. Through the noise, I got Scott, Kilo 1 Sierra Papa Delta in Laverne. Who else? All right, over to the east.
KM4EYRF. I started to give you Eric's call.
Well, you can use that if you want to, but then he'll get the credit. KM4YRF, he's here in Mount Juliet. Anybody else? Anybody else? Any place, anywhere? Am I here in Carlin? I don't know who. There's another station in there, but I don't know who it is. Any place, anywhere? Please come now. Mike, I take it you're not copying anybody?
No, it's rough tonight.
I think it was the voices in my head again. Alrighty. We had a monstrous 8, which isn't too bad for 6 meters. We had 13 on 144.240, and we're moving over to our secret frequency, which everybody knows except for those who don't know. It's 223.415, and I'm going to close down the YouTube feed. We go back to our Heckle and Jekyll cartoon. So you guys have a good night. Appreciate it. K4P, David. Good night, everybody.